Hey y'all, hope everyone had a great Christmas. And I hope 2026 is better for everybody. Alright, I'm getting ready to put these frets in this Strat neck. I want to talk about a couple little things first. I think I've already told you, but this neck, the fret slots have been filled in on the ends, so I can't do this the normal way I do it. I have to do this as if this guitar neck had binding on it. So before I get started on that, I'm going to talk a couple things. I have to glue the frets in from the top, and that always concerns me because of the mess the CA glue makes. So I looked into that a little bit, and I did some testing on some of the stuff that I found on the internet of people saying what to do. Someone suggested putting Teflon tape next to the fret. Well, I suggest highly don't do that. This right here is a spot where I put Teflon tape on this rosewood, put CA glue on it, and when I removed it, that's what was left. If you see this big chunk here, this was Teflon tape, CA glue on top of it, and then when I added this brush-on accelerator, it burst into smoke, and I thought it was going to catch on fire, and that's a hard chunk of plastic, Teflon, whatever it is, that you will not get off that fretboard. So definitely, if you use Teflon tape, do not use an accelerator. So what I found, this is just CA glue on the rosewood. If you let that dry, that's going to be almost impossible to get off. You're going to have to use acetone or razor blade and everything to try to scrape it. Here, I put a spot where I had rubbed on a little bit of this wax. That seems to work okay, but not as well as treating the fretboard. I treat my fretboards with beeswax polish. Howard Feeding wax will work great. Treat your fretboard first, and that CA glue, when I put that CA glue on this spot right here, I took a razor blade to it after it dried, and scraped it one time and it popped right off. So that's the deal with the CA glue. Be careful. Alright, the second thing is cleaning these fret slots out. This is a little deal I got from Stu Mac. It's okay, it works on some things, but I found that my little Japanese saw that I've had forever works better. The blade's thinner, easier for me to control, but you've got to be careful cleaning these slots out. You can use just a regular razor blade. They make little gadgets like this. You have to be careful because all these slots are sawdust and glue that they filled in after they cut the fret slot. These were cut all the way through, because I can show you right here, if you can see that, where I knocked that out trying to clean that slot. I mean, it was just powder that fell out of it. So you have to be careful cleaning these slots. Let me think, is that it? That's it as far as we need to talk about anyway. I've cleaned a lot of these slots, but we'll clean a few more, and I'll show you what I'm doing with that. Just sticking my little saw. This saw has a push or a pull side to it. This is pull. Just want to get it in there and make sure that you're getting to the bottom of the fretboard. You got these little deals to measure it. But that's more. I've already checked this against my fret tang, and that's more than deep enough. But just be careful. See, these fret slots are not really dirty on this guitar. So I'm not feeling any glue down in there, and I'm not really dragging anything out of it. But with that being said, I probably should stop doing this first, get my bevel cut in, because that's going to add sawdust to it. So let's bevel a few of these and get ready to put some frets in. You have to be careful not to bevel that filler in on the end of these fret slots. You don't want to bevel that part. Because there'll be no tang going down in that part of it anyway. And don't over bevel them. You don't want the bevel to show after you put the fret in. We'll just do a few of these so you don't have to watch me do this whole neck. That'll take too long. The video will be an hour long. Something I forgot to show you when I was pulling the frets. These little things here. Once you get your fret pried up a little bit, these are different sizes. You can slide this in under the fret to put your fret pullers on top of that, and it helps prevent chip out on your fretboard. These are, a couple of them are from Stumac. I don't know when or how I got these. These must have come with something else I ordered, because I don't ever remember ordering these. These came with my little Japanese, well, that's a Stuart McDonald too. Oh yeah, two of these came with my little Japanese saw there. Is that a little tip to help you from chipping out? Alright, we've cleaned a few of these. Let's get ready to press in. Hang on a minute. Alright, we have to cut the tangs on these to be able to press them in. We don't want these tangs pushing out the infill on these. And I've already set this up to the measurement I want. Yeah, it's cutting them. These things are really easy to use. Nothing to them. Slide it right in that little slot. There's a stop right there that's adjustable. And that's all there is to it. Now, before I ever had any tang nippers, I don't have the block of wood anymore, but I used to have a little block of wood that I put a groove in. And I would set this fret down in it, hold it down, and just take my file and file that tang off. A lot more work, but it does work. I don't know how long it would take you if you were doing stainless steel frets, but I'm sure it'd take a while. And even using these tang nippers, every once in a while, you're going to run into one that needs to be filed a little bit. You want this to be flush on top of your binding or on top of the edge of the neck. That's all there is to the cutting the tangs. Do one more of them. Use the old tang nippers. If I can remember how to use them. Something like this, I believe. Oh, well, there goes a fret. Hang on a minute. Well, I've lost it. There it is. been a while since I've used these. But there's only one way it can actually go in. You have your little slot for your fret, and that little cutter just comes right down on top of it. And you give it a squeeze. So these do work. They will not work on stainless steel frets. And StewMac tells you that. Now see, and that one's going to have to be filed. It left a little too much on there. I need my little block of wood now. Alright. Alright, I'll get set up and I'll come back. Okay, y'all, so since we're gluing these in from the top, this is a little bit different of a process. Let's see, I'm starting at the 6th fret. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just want to put a little bit of CA glue in there. And my hands are shaking like a leaf. Look at that, I'm getting it everywhere. Everywhere but inside the slot. You want to set this into the slot. I'm having a hard time here. This really makes me nervous gluing these from the top. And hopefully that wax I put in there will keep that CA glue from messing up my fretboard. Now I'll put a little bit of accelerator on there. Hopefully I'll be able to scrape that CA glue right off. We'll see here in a little bit. See if I can do a better job this time. I'm getting glue everywhere. I hate this, man. I'll have to get you some naphtha to help clean that glue off. This little fractional cull I bought, that fret press cull, is not that $275 one that StewMac sells. This is a 20-buck one off of Temu, and it does the job. I could see maybe right in here putting some little washers in there to keep that play down to a minimum, but it's actually not bothering me at all. Now that one from StewMac, I'm sure if you're building a lot of guitars, that may be worth the money. But for me, I couldn't see spending that kind of money, especially after trying this one out. Because it works just fine. You don't need a lot of glue down in there. Alright, I'll just make you watch me do one more. Well, not make you, but I'll leave the camera running for one more. Still slopping glue everywhere. I'll try to clean this glue off that I've got on here for right now and see if that beeswax I put on there did the job. Alright. I'll pause it and let it dry for a second. Alright, I'm going to try to clean up a little bit of this glue. I'll take some naphtha. Little spot right there. My advice is don't get glue on your fretboard. If you rub it a little bit with naphtha, combined with a little scraping, it should come off. And when you get done getting your frets set and getting all the glue cleaned off, you should probably treat your fretboard again, which I will do. But that glue came right off of there. Thank goodness. I just don't like putting in frets like this, gluing them from the top. My hand's just not that steady on the glue bottle. Alright, y'all, that's about it. I'll clean this up and finish fretting this. And get back with everybody. Hope everybody had a great Christmas, and I hope this next year coming is going to be a great year for everyone. God bless everybody, and peace out, man.